Right now, there's something in your brain. It's invisible, but it's destroying your potential. It's the reason you can't finish anything. It's the reason you feel paralyzed. And in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what it is and how to kill it. Stay with me. Meet Rahul. Smart guy, really smart, good grades, ambitious. But here's what nobody knew. He was completely falling apart. Every morning, his brain was screaming at him, study, get fit, learn coding, spend time with friends, build your future, all at the same time. So what did he do? Nothing. He'd sit there, frozen, scrolling through his phone for hours. His grades dropped, his motivation disappeared, his confidence shattered. And the worst part? He blamed himself. He kept thinking, I'm lazy, I'm broken, why can't I just do it? But here's the truth. He wasn't broken at all. His system was. And I'm about to show you exactly what changed for him, because this is the part that changed everything. Let me be clear about something. Your problem is not laziness. Your problem is not lack of intelligence. Your problem is identity collision. Here's what happens in your brain. You wake up with 5 different versions of yourself fighting for control. I'm a student says study for 8 hours. I'm a fitness person says go to the gym. I'm an ambitious person says learn something new. I'm a social person says hang out with friends. I'm a responsible person says work on my goals. Your brain can't execute 5 different life plans simultaneously, so it does the only logical thing. It shuts down. Think of it like this. Imagine trying to run YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, and Spotify all at full capacity on a phone with no battery. What happens? Crash. Your brain doesn't crash, it freezes instead. And that freeze? That's what you call being stuck. It's not a personal failure, it's a system failure. So here's my question for you. What if I told you that the fix is actually the opposite of what everyone teaches? Rahul discovered something that sounds too simple to work, but it changed his entire life. He stopped trying to be 5 people. He picked one identity, just one. For 30 days, he decided, I am a serious student. That's my only identity right now. And here's what happened. When his friends called him to hang out, he didn't say, I can't because I have to study. He said, I can't. I'm not that person right now. That's not who I am for the next 30 days. Different mindset, same action, completely different feeling. When he felt distracted, he didn't need willpower. He just asked, what would a serious student do? And he had his answer. Everything became automatic. No more internal conflict, no more competing voices, no more paralysis. Just one direction, one identity, one purpose. And within 30 days, he went from paralyzed to unstoppable. His grades improved, his confidence returned, his momentum exploded. But here's the key. He didn't become a perfect person. He just became one focused person. Now here's where most people fail with this method, and I'm about to show you why. Because knowing your identity isn't enough. There's a second problem that stops 99% of people. Even when Rahul knew his identity, there was one thing stopping him: decision paralysis. He would think, okay, I'm a serious student, but when do I start? Tomorrow? Next week? When I feel ready? And that's where he'd get stuck again. Because here's the truth, the perfect moment never arrives. You know what's happening right now while you're waiting? Someone else is already winning. While you're waiting to feel motivated, someone else is taking action. While you're waiting for the perfect plan, someone else is learning from mistakes. While you're waiting to feel ready, someone else is becoming the person you want to be. And every single day you wait, the gap gets bigger. So here's the rule Rahul used, the 48-hour rule. When you make a decision about something, you have 48 hours to take the first action. Not 48 hours to plan, not 48 hours to research, 48 hours to actually start. Why 48 hours? Because if you wait longer, your brain will create 1,000 reasons why it won't work. But 48 hours is the sweet spot. Your gut still knows what to do. So Rahul's decision was simple. I'm studying 30 minutes every single day for the next 30 days, starting tomorrow. He didn't have the perfect study method. He didn't have the perfect schedule. He just started. And within those 30 days, something shifted. But here's what happened next that most people never expect. Now let me give you the exact system Rahul used. 3 simple steps, that's all. Tonight, before bed, write down one tiny action you'll do tomorrow. Just one. Don't overthink this. I'll drink a glass of water. I'll stretch for 5 minutes. I'll study for 20 minutes. I'll read 10 pages. Something small, something you can't fail at. Here's why this matters. When you complete that first action, your brain releases dopamine. You feel like a winner. You feel momentum. And momentum is the opposite of being stuck. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence creates action. Action destroys the feeling of paralysis. Rahul did this every single day. One small win in the morning. That's how he unstuck himself. But here's the mistake most people make with step 1. They make it too big. Now, once you've had your morning win, it's time to do real work. But here's the problem. Most people try to focus for 8 hours straight, and that's impossible. Your brain can't do it. But here's what it can do. 45 minutes of pure, focused work. That's it. So here's the system. One task, no phone, no notifications, no checking email. Just you and the task. 45 minutes.
Then you get a 15-minute break. Then you do it again. If you do 4 of these blocks in a day, you've done more real work than most people do in a week. Not busy work, real work, deep work, the kind that actually moves you forward. Rahul did this, and his productivity tripled. But there's one more step that most people completely ignore. And this is the step that keeps you going when everything else fails. Because without this step, you'll burn out. Every single evening, Rahul spent 5 minutes writing 3 things. What did I do well today? What did I learn today? What can I improve tomorrow? That's it, 5 minutes. Here's why this is so powerful. Your brain needs closure. It needs to see progress. When you reflect on your wins, your brain recognizes what you accomplished. It feels good. It feels successful. And that feeling keeps you motivated for the next day. Instead of going to bed feeling stuck and lost, you go to bed with direction, with momentum, with purpose. That's the entire system. 3 steps: morning anchor, deep work, evening reflection. That's how Rahul went from completely paralyzed to unstoppable. Now, here's something nobody tells you. Feeling stuck isn't a weakness. It's actually a sign that you're ready to grow. Think about it. People who don't care about their lives, they don't feel stuck. They just accept it. People who feel stuck, they know they're capable of more. They want better. They want to change. That's not weakness. That's hunger. And hunger is what creates success. The difference between Rahul 3 years ago and Rahul today isn't talent. It's not intelligence. It's one thing. He took the first step. Even when he didn't feel ready. Even when he was scared. Even when he wanted to wait. He just took that first step. And then another. And another. And now, he's exactly the person he wanted to be. But here's the truth. You don't need 3 years. You could see real change in 30 days. Not because you're special, but because the system works. One identity, one decision, one small step every day. That's all it takes. Right now, I need you to do something. Don't scroll past this. Pause the video right now. Ask yourself this question. What's the one thing that would change my life if I got good at it in the next 30 days? Not 5 things, not 2 things, 1 thing. Write it down. Then ask yourself, what's one small action I can take tomorrow morning? Write that down too. Then come back to this video and comment both answers below. Tell me, what's your 30-day identity? What's your morning anchor? I genuinely read every comment, not because I have to, because I care. When I see you taking action, it excites me, because I know what happens next. You stop feeling stuck, you start moving, you become unstoppable. Here's something I need you to understand. The person you want to become isn't far away. It's not next year, it's not next month. It's one decision away, one small step away, right now, today. The next 30 days are going to pass anyway. You can spend them feeling stuck, wondering why you're not progressing, blaming yourself, or you can spend them aligned, moving forward, building momentum, becoming the person you know you're capable of being. The choice is yours. But I'm telling you, the system works. It worked for Rahul, it works for thousands of people who've applied it, and it will work for you. But only if you start. Not tomorrow, not next week, tomorrow morning. If this video helped you, hit that like button. Subscribe, because every single week I drop videos that help you go from stuck to unstoppable. Share this with someone who needs it, someone you know who's feeling paralyzed right now. Maybe they just need permission to take that first step. And comment your 30-day identity below. I want to know what you're working on. Remember, small steps every day. That's how big changes happen. You've got this. Let's go.